Nothing prepares you for deep space. The vastness of it all.
We have all heard the saying, in space no one can hear you scream, born from a claustrophobic terror-filled movie called Alien, which set the standard for what any space-based horror should aim for. Over the years, we have seen the ingredients translated into various gaming forms, and in 2018, Firesprite Limited released The Persistence on PS4 as a VR experience. Now in 2020, The Persistence has been revamped and can now be enjoyed the old-fashioned way, and what better console to experience is roguelike sci-fi horror than the Nintendo Switch.
Did something happen? This body feels like it was just printed.
Oh, Zimri, you don't know how good it is to hear from you. Your new
You step into the consciousness of Zimri Eder. Aboard your ship, The Persistence, something has gone horribly wrong. You awaken as a clone of yourself to find the crew are all dead, but the clone creator has gone haywire and printed mutations of the crew, who now stalk psychotically throughout the depths of the vessel, and it's up to you to fix the ship and put things right. As if that wasn't bad enough, the ship has a self-configuring microstructure, which basically means every time you die, which you will be given a new clone body and the ship's layout will change, essentially making each run throughout an area or objective very different. And this is where the Persistence is not just a cool name, it's a foreshadowing of what you will need if you plan to get through this game. As you progress through each deck to complete a set objectives such as powering up a star drive, you must choose wisely how to deal with the situation of mutated monsters you will encounter. Some enemies will be easy to slip past or sneak up on, others will be more aggressive or might require a certain tactic to deal with. Fortunately, you are not unarmed in your journey. You begin with a harvesting tool, which you can extract stem cells from the enemies if you sneak up on them. You can use these stem cells to upgrade your health, melee damage, or to increase your dark matter, which powers two core abilities like a short distance teleporter and a shield. The teleporter is handy for getting you in and out of harm's way or flitting between cover, while the shield does exactly what it says on the tin. The various enemies will have their own attack patterns and weaknesses to exploit, but the shield will be handy for keeping most at bay. Used correctly, it can parry an attack of a basic enemy, allowing you to take them down with ease. If you do need something that packs a bit more of a punch, then fear not, as a series of replicators are available throughout the ship, which can create various firearms from automatic pistols, silent but deadly harpoon guns, and heavy-hitting revolvers. You can also acquire a series of funky gadgets from grenades that will lure an enemy before exploding, an invisibility device, swarm drones, and more, all of which will help give you the edge, but remember, anything you collect has a finite amount of ammo and uses, and when you die, you lose everything but your personal upgrades. You can be having a good run, looting plenty of resources and acquiring a solid arsenal along the way, only to croak it, respawn and find bugger all on your next attempt. This mechanic helps ensure that you never become too comfortable with exploring the ship. The Persistence likes to keep you on edge, and although it's satisfying to take down a few hostiles with some brutally badass sci-fi toys, it never makes you feel like Arnie in space, and any attempt to super soldier your way through the decks will be met with failure. Patience and stealth are the order of the day. If you wish to be successful, making good use of the map to plan your route and taking the time to loot each room of resources after defeating any enemies will ensure you stay stocked up and able to replicate new weapons and items. You will also find bodies of crew members. By harvesting their stem cells, you can then choose to clone their bodies upon respawning, granting you different skills, from harvesting more stems from enemies or having to increase other abilities. This also helps gain an edge on each playthrough by picking a clone that suits your gameplay style. The try-die-repeat formula isn't for everyone and can become frustrating, especially during the early goings, while you try to find your feet and get into the groove. Once things start coming together though, the experience becomes a challenging but satisfying one that is made more enjoyable by the intuitive controls. Crosshair acts as your line of sight and also your interaction. You don't need to worry about activating doors and computers manually, just look at the green reticle that appears on lockers, crates, screens, etc., and they will open automatically. Just beware of booby traps. This method of simple traversal is clearly a tool that would have made the VR version easier to play, but it works really well using the controller and allows you to focus more on staying alive. Visually, the Persistence looks very nice running on Switch. In both docked and handheld, everything looks clear and crisp. Granted, little extra sparkle and shine that will be found on the PS4 and PC version isn't there, but I never felt like I was missing out. Overall, the performance was up to a good standard, though the loading times could be a little lengthy, and on the rare occasion I experienced some iffy hit detection from enemies who seemed to swing at me from behind a desk, but managed to hit me from behind. None of this ruined the overall experience, as a fan of survival horrors and roguelikes, I had a lot of fun with the Persistence, even if it did allow me to create a few new swear words along the way. In conclusion, The Persistence is a well-crafted survival horror with a great setting that makes good use of popular mechanics, and has been very well ported from VR to the classic playstyle. The game is riddled with great sci-fi designs and channels flavours of Event Horizon, Dead Space and Alien, with great sound design full of creepy noises that will have the hair standing up on the back of your neck. Though due to a somewhat Groundhog Day style gameplay that packs a challenge by design, The Persistence will not be for everyone, but for those who enjoy the genre, this is a must-buy. TBG are awarding The Persistence 8 out of 10. Thank you for joining us for the latest Freshly Baked review. My name's Breadroll, and we'll see you next time.
We have such sights to show you.